Hello, everybody. All right, 360. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Welcome. How's my audio? You can type in the chat, hopefully. Hi, Slicker. How's it going? Excellent. You're watching 360? Got a few more joining us. Welcome to the channel once again. Thought I'd watch a bit of 360 and get you guys involved. Nice one. Who's your favourite player, Slicker? Mr. Langs, welcome to the channel. Are you watching 360, Langs? Excellent. That's all right, Slicker. You can just hear me comment about it. I can't obviously broadcast it, otherwise I'll probably I'll be in trouble. So it's all good. Have you got Foxtail Go or anything there, Slicker? Wait, look at Jared go. Thanks, Langs. Yeah, that's definitely on the cards, that's for sure. All right, Slicker can hear me commentate AFL360 episode 42. Welcome, everyone. So we've got a few more coming on. Feel free to say good day in the chat. Let us know if you're watching 360. Hear Jared and Robbo talk garbage. When Robbo just calls people bastards out of nowhere. He's a menace. Guys, quick poll. Does Robbo rock up to AFL360 drunk, yes or no? Chuck, comment that in the comments, please. That's one yes from Langs. Thank you very much for your contribution. I think he doesn't mind one, but yeah. I really love watching 360 when they mention other sports that I couldn't give a rat's toss bag about. For those of you who have watched a bit of Channel 10, fifth quarter, back in the day. Yeah, Malcolm Blight special there if you're going back quite some time. Don't think he's drunk, just dumb. I don't know what's worse. Horn versus... Oh, finally, they're actually talking about footy. Lang's just spot on there, mate. They too much sports bet. I mean, they're probably doing a great thing at the minute. They're probably literally keeping the AFL alive, to be honest. But yeah, lots of sports bets for sure. Robbo's very keen on Carlton and Collingwood guys, and so am I, because Carlton could genuinely win this game. They're in some really good form, and the Pies' injury woes continue. So, as Dacos just bananas a miracle goal against the Swans and sinks them. So, yeah, it's a great idea to have the G Robbo and give everyone COVID-19. Yeah, it sounds good. Yep. All right, Jared's Wednesday looking forward to. He's very keen on Melbourne and St Kilda. It's a big game. Big game. These continue to be a bit of a tease. Who are we all tipping for the Saints Melbourne game, by the way, guys? I've also gone the Saints. They're a little bit more trustworthy there, Slicker. Joe Danaher back. That'll be big for the Bombers. Is Joe fit? That's the big question. I've got my suspicions. I feel like they're rushing him back to try and get into finals. But yes. Would you do a live stream on Geelong season so far review? Lang, it's a good idea, mate. I could do that. Equally, I'd like to have a bit of a screen going. So this is my first time going live, as it's been well documented. We'd love to, discuss about the Cats to that extent. They have been playing good football. Will Danaher stay at the Bombers, guys? That's the big question. A lot of pressure on Joey boy. 11 games, 3 seasons. Yeah, lots and lots of pressure on the line. See how he goes. Finally, they have a forward. They've always relying on McKernan and all these other blokes that no one even knows that they exist. I've liked James Stewart back in the side, though. He's handy. Kicked a few sausages. Langs, give him a little sneaky chance, don't you? Be interesting to see who plays on him. He won't have to worry about Rampy, which is positive. We'll probably get Melican or something along those lines. I think he'll be a bit rusty early because it's been so long, but could kick maybe 2 or 3. I'm glad. I was just like the podcast, mate. Gee whiz. Yeah, they're playing the Hawks. My bad. I just saw Sydney and yeah, of course. Yeah, he's got a chance. I don't think he'll turn it on too much, but probably might be able to be good for a couple of goals. What do you think, Langs? Is he going to kick 8? That's what I want to know. How many goals, Slicker? That's crazy with this game coming up. I'll still be working and there'll just be a game on, so it's going to be pretty surreal. Essendon and the Hawks. I hope I've got the games right. I feel like they are on tomorrow night. Who knows? Hi, my name's Damien Hardwick, and I don't believe in players getting fines or suspensions or having any sort of consequences for their actions. Thank you. Thank you very much, Langs. Yeah, double header Thursday, two ripper games, and Adam Simpson is just here, just sitting on the fence as he usually does. West Coast Richmond. Will these guys face off in the granny? Who's going to win the flag, guys? That's a big question. Welcome, Shannon. Welcome aboard. Yeah. I wasn't too pleased. I've got a bit of a video on that. If you haven't seen it already, I go a little bit mad, but that's okay. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Hope you're doing well. I've absolutely, yeah, I've gone crazy a couple of times with that. Obviously, yeah, the podcast with the guys on Monday, I was reading through if they don't suspend him, it's crazy. And then it all just came to light that Lynch was fine and was going to play. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. And then Grimes and Boston challenged their fines and they're all good. So, yeah, you can just do whatever, apparently. The AFL said it's okay to, you're allowed to stage and that's fine, and you're allowed to punch guys in the head. So, yeah. I'd love for every player just to punch everyone in the head this week and see what happens. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Who's your tip, Shannon? Absolute blockbuster, as Robbo just mentioned. Good call. I've gone the Eagles, but yeah, if it was at Optus, you'd almost lock the Eagles in. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. See if they sook it up again in the hub, the Eagles. Looking forward to having King on the show, by the way, guys. He always has the stats going. Oh, staging. Here we go. What's just exaggeration? Welcome, Josh. How you going, matey? we're just watching Dylan Grimes die for the 100th time in his career. Hope you're enjoying 360 and watching on. Yeah, good for what day is it? Wednesday? Yeah. Thought I'd get a bit of live action going, watch a bit of 360, get people involved, and yeah, just talk some AFL nonsense, really. I feel like Robbo's just about to lose it here. Look out. Oh. I feel like he's about to like punch me in the head or something. Go for Geelong. I've got the little master just behind me there. So a little bit of Gary Ablett. Who do you go for, Josh? St Kilda, nice. Hopefully you guys get over the D's this week. I've tipped you to win, so should be an interesting game, no doubt. Do you reckon Grimes and Blossom were a bit lucky to escape their fines sanctions? Yeah, Papley will be absolutely spewing. Oh, mate, I'm going to get Grimes to pick out the Tatsolo numbers for next week because he's just he finds a way. I think Tom Papley needs to buy new television because his remote broke when he found out the news. Goodness gracious me. Adelaide, Brisbane have a bye next week. Yeah. There you go. Adelaide might win. Emmanuel, welcome, mate. Welcome. Good to see you on the chat. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's got to stop the diving, guys. How are you, Emmanuel? It's a pleasure to see you in the chat here. You're watching 360, Emmanuel. I feel like Robbo when I was doing my rant on the podcast earlier this week. Whew. Hi, AFL Legends. How are you? Thanks for coming on the chat. Heard Warney's son. So you're not watching it because Warney's on it, or are you excited about it? Hello, the Four Stooges. How are you going? Gonna be a tough game, mate. I think gonna be a very tough game though. If the Dogs get us in the midfield, we'll be in a bit of trouble. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for joining in, mate. Take care. Have a good sleep. Catch you, mate. Deanie boy, just been told see you later. I think we've got finals secured, Emmanuel. Probably not top 4 yet, but we'll find out in the next few weeks. I reckon it's gonna be exciting. Just an FYI, John on AFL360. I believe that I don't know how accurate that is, but yeah, they've just axed 6 coaches out of nowhere. Do you think we have top 4 secured, Emmanuel? So we've got 6 coaches Sons coaches axed. We've got Steen Solomon. Yeah, and everyone's just gone. Thanks. I reckon I'll have a look in the break, Shannon. It's a lot of coaches to go all at once. I think, yeah. Wonder if it was the board's decision. Stewie. Yeah, it'd be hard to kick out the 4, Emmanuel, if that's the case. Hello, Tanush Kakar. How are you today or this evening? Yeah, percentage says a lot, I think. More so than ever. Yeah, having the best percentage is pretty good. Welcome, Seb. Cheers, mate. Hello. All right, we're coming to a break. Jordan Lewis coming up. Jared Ruffhead, a few former Hawks, 4-time premiership players. Yeah, pretty jelly. Welcome, Sim. I'm horrible at pronunciation. I apologise dearly. All right, let's have a look at the ladder. AFL.com.au/ladder. All right. As far as the ladder, what was your query about it? What do I think of it? Who's going to end up in the 8? What are we going for? All right, Tanush. Carlton, can they make the 8? It's all happening. All right, let me check all these questions. Can Carlton make the 8? Look, I'm going to have to see some form they've got coming up. Carlton are a chance. They're going to need one of Collingwood or the Dogs to fall off here. So, and they're probably going to have to win 3 to 4 of their last 5. I did look at their games. They generally can make it, depending on their big games, probably against the Giants. See how they go against those guys. Yeah, that game will probably decide whether they will make the 8 or not. But their game outside now, so yeah, it's going to be. You just can't put any game in the bank, really. It's crazy. Thank you, Megalo Balzo. And good evening to you. Hi, Pedro. Welcome. Okay. How's your evening, Pedro? Did you know 2 coaches have been sacked by the AFL? I know Gold Coast just randomly got rid of 6, but that's cool. Yeah, Adelaide, Sydney, GWS and Brisbane. Genuine chance. All right. Oh, come on, mate. You watching 360? Langs, can you please assist me with the comments here? It's a little bit overwhelming. Oh, what do we got here? Kermit Brereton. Oh, look at this. It's just a Q&A. Yeah, mate, if you're happy, got some AFL questions, go for it. I'm happy to answer them. I'm just watching 360. I'm just chilling out, bro. So feel free to, if you got some AFL questions, chuck them through. If you want to listen to 360 and listen to me at the same time, more than welcome. What were our thoughts on Jack Nunes kicking a miraculous goal to win the game and then miss an easy goal early on? That's good. Yeah. That's all we do here. We just chill. We just kick back. To answer your question, yeah, a fair chance to make the 8. It'll probably be in the Blues' hands, I'd say. Depends on how consistently they can play, really. Hopefully, they can get it all together and get some finals for the first time in 7 years. Top 5 players in the comp. Nice question, Emmanuel. I like it. Top 5. Oh, geez. For 2020 or in general, I'll just go 2020 just to make it easier. Geez. Dusty's putting his hand up. Lockie Neal's right up there for sure. Petrarca, I think his best is really, really good. Nick Nat can be right up there as well in general. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of superstars. Can I put Sam Menegol in the top 5 of the AFL? Got Ruffy and Geordie here on 360. Ruffy's just chilling outside in a random bush. Yeah, big Nick Nat fan. He's been quite prolific. Ooh, he's just an accumulator, Lockie. Oh, I think he's been pretty, Emmanuel, I think he's been pretty good at kicking goals. Probably had a quiet one recently. Travis Spoke, I can't forget him, of course. He's been a star. Yes. Yeah, Cripps, definitely. No, good call. Welcome, D Hoops. Yeah, Tom Hawkins. Is that in reference to the Coleman or just in terms of top 5 players? Yes, Cripps is very good. Mate, I do too. That'd be really good. Haven't been many great clashes of late, so it'd be funny. I'd be wrapped. And I think Carlton absolutely have to win that game if they want to contend for the top 8. So no, I reckon anyone that's not a Collingwood supporter would probably be right behind the Blues to defeat them this weekend for sure. Melbourne, close by, yeah. So obviously Melbourne's in stage 4 and sort of the outskirts are in stage 3. Yeah. So what about yourself, mate? What do we think with Dalhouse? Obviously, just watching obviously Jared and Robbo here. Oof, it's contentious. I'm not really in Melbourne. I'm sort of out of Melbourne, sort of around the Geelong region. Was Dalhouse lucky to miss a week, or was he lucky to avoid suspension? I think maybe just a touch. He obviously didn't hit the head. He was able to play on, which is positive. But I think the MRP or MRO should really base it off more so the intent rather than and the action rather than the result. They've got to claim. They've got to fix that up. No, I've got Foxtel Go. Yeah. Welcome. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the chat. What do you have? Oh, I've got. Thanks very much. Hello. Do you have KO? Foxtel Go. Charlie. Thanks for subscribing, mate. He's watching on. Look at this. And what's your mum's name, Charlie? Yeah. Well, there's heaps going on here. Can I be a mod? There you go. Thanks for watching, mate. How you going, Charlie? To answer the question about Foxtel Go, I'm not sure, but I've whipped up a bit of a deal with some relatives on that. So they sort of sort out Foxtel, and then I've obviously got to log into it, which is good. So yeah. Who wins the flag? Depends where it's played. I think West Coast at this stage, they're looking pretty good. Thanks, Oscar. So many comments. Okay, yeah, that's cool. It works pretty well from what I've seen. 4 screens at once. What are your top 4 predictions, Josh? I'm doing well, Charlie. Just working away, mate, and watching a bit of 360. Thought I'd go live since I've hit milestones and, yeah, get a bit of fan engagement going. I think it's a 3-horse race between Richmond, Geelong and West Coast for the flag. No bias towards the Cats. So they've played really good football. So, yeah, I really like the way they've gone about it. How's school been from home, Charlie? Yeah, works decent. It's good. You're learning heaps. What do you like about work? Not working. What's it like with school at home versus sort of going to school? Do you like it more at home? Listen to Chorty's wisdom here. Okay, we've got some divided opinions on working school from home. I didn't like working from home at the beginning, but I have gotten used to it. Why do you like it at home better, Charlie? And why don't you like doing school at home, Josh? Very interested to see. Yeah. You haven't got teachers really watching you too heavily, that's for sure. Not that I'm doing it, but I could just imagine. Langs, are you still available, Langs? Please respond. Yeah, that's true, mate. It gets a bit. I miss seeing my work colleagues like in person. I'm in the cyber security industry. Yeah. So, yeah. What does a day look like there? Pretty much just try and stop bad stuff from happening. Pretty much. I think she's been okay. Yeah. You reminded me I need to call her. So, yeah. Hello, Oliver. Welcome, and you're very welcome. I hope the Blues win, and I genuinely think they can with the style of footy they've been playing over the last few weeks. Say good day to Jenny as well for me, Oscar, and I just called him Oscar. Charlie, say hello to Jenny and Oscar for me as well. Thank you. Gosh, sounds like it's been a long day. Melbourne v St Kilda. Look at Robert go. I'm good, I think. Yeah, I should be okay. Hey, Kale, how are you, mate? Yeah, you had some really good form at the start of the season. Obviously, the Pies were sort of on fire. They were really sort of tough to, combat. Like they were playing some really good footy. Like their chip mark game style was super impressive. And just with some injuries, some off-field stuff, it's just sort of the momentum's gone out of it. And and I thought I had the Pies as my flag favourite going back probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. So it's been pretty crazy. So I'm new to the live stream here, guys. can, can I just take a guess on? Oh, I'm not new to this live game. Is mod? You want to moderate the comments? What's the dealio? Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Hopefully the Pies make the finals because they'll be a tough side to beat if everything's sort of going right. I mean, they've got some really good weapons. What about the Lions kicking wise though? They're discussing that on 360 at the moment. They've been pretty poor of late, and it's been sort of a common theme since probably last year easily. I mean, 8-17 in the first final against the Tigers, which did not go well. And okay. Thanks for the explanation there, Charlie. Yeah, it could have won by a bit more, but kind of like how Geelong played Freo a few weeks back, they were a little bit wayward and probably against North Melbourne as well. But sometimes you're happy to just take the win. And hopefully, like in future weeks, that you can sort of address the goal kicking. I think Tysio Stadium traditionally is pretty hard to kick a really good, accurate score because of it's a bit sort of slippery conditions and makes it really tough. I like the long kicks here, boys. We've got Frederick from the Dockers kicking it 58.7 metres. Now the biggest kick of the round goes to, of course, Lloyd. Kicked it 59. Kicked that one from outside 50 over the fence. That was a monster ball, that one. All right, we're at a break. We are at a break. More footy frenzy. Guys, what do we think of the footy frenzy? I'd love to hear your thoughts, whether you like it, whether you like a lot of footy on every night, or whether you'd rather wait for the weekend for the footy to be on. What nights do you like the footy on? Let's discuss it. Chuck in your comments. 6-6 looking pretty good. Don't remember last time we were there 10th this late in the season. Maybe 2013, potentially. I think you guys getting into the 8 at some stage this year, I think was the first time since 2013. So you'll be laughing. If you guys don't make it this year, I genuinely think, next year is looking pretty positive on that front because, there's a lot of growth to come as well and whatnot. So, yeah, good call, Charlie. Some of the players probably wouldn't mind playing every day. They, well, not every day, but like shorter breaks and stuff. They've got nothing to really do in quarantine except play FIFA and, NBA and table tennis and whatnot. But I liked it more than I expected. But traditionally, I don't mind waiting for the weekend. Love the Thursday night games and love the Sunday games at 6:10. They're really good. They've been quite a highlight at times to sort of top the Sunday off, I suppose, before getting back into work. Yes. Welcome, Shannon. Yeah, they're not doing too well, are they? Yeah, they nearly beat us though. I was a bit concerned. I was very stressful. Yeah, it was very stressful watching on for that game. I genuinely thought they could have won. And sometimes when you get the side a bit of a leg up, they can really take it to town and make it really difficult. So, yes, yeah. Yeah. How much footy do you watch, Charlie, normally? Gee whiz, when they show KFC on the ads and you just want to eat KFC. That's how ads work, guys. They suck you in. You always see like Macca's or something cooked at like crazy times and you just go, yeah, that'd be great, thanks. Geelong Games and Doggies, yeah. Doggies are going okay. They've obviously had a few hiccups here and there, but they've their best has been pretty good and probably takes it up to some of the best teams in the comp. So that's been tough and love the way the Cats have been playing this year. Yes. Oh, great. Just what I wanted to see on AFL360. We just got main event. Yeah, I think the main event's actually supposed to be AFL360, but that's fine. Who are you going to go for, Charlie? Who will you be barracking for? Like at the end of the night, who do you want to win? That's the big question. What's the high of the week? McGovern. He plays. Oh, he's a very good player, and I rate him quite highly. But he has one good game, and they're like, "Oh, he's all Australian. Lock him in." Definitely he'll get it. Oh, he wants the Dogs to win. Boy, oh boy, they've just put Dennis Cometti on Triple M. I miss Dennis. Dennis, where are you? I need you right now. Right. He wants the Dogs to win. That hurts me a little bit, Charlie, but that's okay. That's fair enough, mate, if you want them to win. Emmanuel, gosh, this hurts my soul a bit. Who do I want to win if Geelong doesn't win it? That's a really good question. I'd love to see the Saints win it or something like that. I don't think they're in that sort of. I just think they're probably a class or two below the absolute best in the competition. But yeah, Who do you want to see it win? Who do you want to see win the premiership, Emmanuel, if Geelong doesn't win it? Because I know you're a big Cats fan. My favourite defender. Good question. Good questions here, guys. I like it. Good work, Oscar. At least he's all over it. David King just talking about the unsociable Tigers. No worries. Yeah, Shannon, I've been so keen for that game all year. They'd obviously reschedule early in the year because I think Essendon and Richmond, no, not Richmond, Essendon and Melbourne had a few issues. I think there was some quarantining drama going on at the time. But yeah, my favourite defender, Cripps and McGovern. Yeah, McGovern's very good. Let me go through the list. I'll get back to you in a sec. I'd have to say Robbie Tarrant right up there for one of my favourite defenders. He's very underrated. Probably gets lost in the sort of that Harris Andrews mould. He gets mentioned obviously a lot. So yeah, it's tricky. Luke Ryan's been really impressive as well. It's probably not my favourite, but he's up there. Harry Taylor's super reliable. Yeah, it's such a good question. I haven't really thought about it much. Yeah, good call, mate. One premiership to the Saints, guys. For you listening in, 1966 was by a point. There was black and white telly back then. So if you get a chance, definitely have a bit of a YouTube around for the 1966 grand final. You'll hear Mike Williamson and the boys in the commentary box and be like, hit the boundary line. Crazy game. They beat the Pies by a point, 1966. Some more good questions here. And I've got David King and McClure. I'm tempted to leave these for the break. Maybe. Lloyd's good. He's pretty smooth. Yeah. I like the way he goes about it. I don't really like Dane Rampy, but I mean, I probably don't like him because he's really good. But Rampy's a star. I'm going to focus on Kingy here because he's giving me that look in the eye that I have to just listen to every word he says. And I'll hopefully catch up to the comments in a minute. I'll keep a bit of the commentary going here. When Kingy gets real, you have to listen. Charlie, you watching AFL360? Okay, Darcy, how are you, mate? Welcome to the chat. I'll get to your guys' questions in a few moments. Hopefully just need some ads. I'm watching it. Welcome, Jack. I'm currently watching it on my other monitor on Foxtel Go. So I'm just sort of like answering questions and watching 360 and providing a little bit of 360 stuff. Listening to the wise words of Michael McClure. Yeah, KO's handy. Good price if you can get it. Just say to the folks, I'll wash your car once a month and maybe you might be able to get your KO all sorted. Cam Guthrie got the 10. I'm just going through the coaches' votes here, guys. Cam Guthrie got the 10 votes. I'd continually knock him a vote. You got 33, but I think 20 something were handballs. Yeah, Joe Danaher is a big talking point. Yes. How many goals is Joey Danaher going to kick on the weekend, guys? Okay. Let me have a look through here. What's going on? I'm going to guess, Charlie, you mean who's my favourite player for Geelong? My favourite Geelong player is Mitch Duncan. And probably Tom Stewart would be second there. I'm a big fan of those guys. They're super reliable. I love Duncan's lovely ball movement, and he's a dead-eye dick, and he kicks goals as a midfielder as well, and he's really good sort of transitioning the ball. So Stewart's he just jukes everything and rarely gets beaten in one-on-one. So I'm a big fan of him. Emmanuel, your question: who would I rather have in my team? Bont or Fife at their best? Oh my Christ! My bad. So yeah, just sort of momentarily went a bit crazy. Five for mine, Emmanuel. Let me know who you would go. I would pick Fife. Probably kicks more goals, has that ability to go forward a bit more, and he's got the runs on the ball. He got the Brownlow, 2 Brownlows, I think, actually. Nearly could have had 3. Yep. So, Jack, it's Apex YouTube's watching on KO as well. Well, so Gary Ablett Senior versus Wayne Carey. A really good question. I wish you could just put me into a time machine and go back. There's not enough highlights on YouTube, guys. Surely these blokes that regarded the greatest players of all time should have like their own documentary. Surely their absolute best highlights. Then and only then will I be able to tell who is a better player. I've heard Senior has probably been the freakiest player of all time. Wayne Carey, obviously, one of the biggest sort of big game players as well. Hello, post Magoat. Nah, I got it shortened. Yeah, I mean, that's life, I guess. Hair's a little bit shorter in these days. That's what full time work does to you. So yeah, it does some crazy things. Gets a bit stressful, but yeah. That's good. That's good. 12.50 each. Apex. Oh, interesting. Apex, chuck that. It's obviously on KO, but can you chuck in the sort of like the title of that? I wonder if it's like available anywhere online. Sorry, Charlie, I had to go with Fife. He's got the runs on the board, mate. But Bont at his best is absolutely brilliant as well. All right, lovely, good value for sure. Mitch Wallace, 4 goals on the weekend. They're just talking about him on the 360. Did really well. I remember a few weeks ago when he had an interesting moment where I think anytime goal scorer, he was spewing he couldn't take his shot for goal because I think 2 weeks in a row he got like a blood rule just as he's about to kick for goal. And yeah, he was pretty livid. And I think a lot of fans around the Australia that were on the punt probably weren't too pleased either. But Sportsbet at least gave him a bonus bet, even though that was pretty much the final leg for most people anyway. But that's okay. It's all right. David King, Mark McClure, thank you for joining us. Top of the agenda. I won't delve into sports bet because gamble responsibly. Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, stoked with the 1,000 subs. Yeah, super pleased. It's called Ablett One Special Season. Nice. Thank you. Hopefully I can find it somewhere. That'd be nice. Bont was the beast last year. Yeah, he's really, really good. He's had some pretty courageous games this year as well and racked up some really good numbers recently. Oh, that's all right, mate. Just chuck out some content. What do you have any videos up? Darcy, thanks for your question, mate. Which Cats premiership was your favourite? 07, 09 or 11? Okay. What do you do videos about, Charlie? I'm so conscious of not calling you Oscar. Ooh, yep. All right. Twitter moments are coming up here. This is crucial. Dylan Grimes is number 2 on the list. I've missed number 3. Butters slices through for the match winner. That's a good one. Beautiful ruck work from Lysette there and well read by Butters. Amazing finish there to get Port Adelaide the win. We'll pretty much seal the game. Finally at break so I can answer some more questions and whatnot. Yeah, I didn't say what number 3 was, but that's okay. Games, yep. Nice. That's good. Yeah, it's all about consistency, mate. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe just watch PewDiePie's videos and then try and do a PewDiePie. He's I checked his subs the other day. He's like on over 100 million. So you'd just be absolutely laughing at the minute. All that ad revenue would be crazy good. Most of his videos are just like, oh yeah, just a couple million here and there. No worries. Sorry, Darcy, I got a bit sidetracked there, mate. It's all happening at the moment. Which Cats premiership was my favourite? Oh, it's like a parent would say. It's like splitting your kids. It's a very tough question to answer. I think, yeah, 09 just for mine. That the redemption, I think, yeah, sort of was quite significant from my front. Obviously, 08 was a dark year, or a dark finish at least. There's obviously a lot of talk about Geelong and Hawthorn, and it was the unlosable game for Geelong. I didn't see that as the case. When we played Hawthorn round 17 that year, I think we won by 11 points, and Luke Hodge turned it over with about 2 minutes to go, and we kicked a goal. So Clarko's cluster got us that day, and yeah, it annoys me. It annoys me because we were the best side all year, and we just weren't the best team on the day, and it didn't go right for us, and players a bit more selfish than what they normally would be. But 07, obviously, I was super stoked to sort of see a premiership. I would have been like 13 then, so that was very pleasing. But 09, I love the redemption factor. The fact that it was probably that game you did not know what the result was going to be up until like probably a couple of minutes before the end of the game. And yeah, just the pandemonium, the finish, the Ablett kick inside 50 from the Scarlet toe poke, and Chapman's snap was brilliant. Paul Snapman. That's for you, Jake Langenegger. Langs came up with Paul Chapman's new nickname is Paul Snapman, so it sends me in tears every time I hear him say it. It's just perfect. Are you a Cats man, Darcy? And if so, what would be your favourite premiership? Yeah, spot on. I think if we go back even further than Gary Ablett Senior, Apex, I think John Coleman kicked 12 goals on debut, and I feel like he kicked a lot of goals in pretty quick succession. Apex, have you ever heard of Peter McKenna and Peter Hudson? These guys, have you ever heard of those guys before? That's all right, Charlie. You don't have to swear in your videos. Yeah, I wish I had the secret blueprint to the subs. I'm just a guy. Just all right. We've got some funny moments on 360 here, guys. Let's have a look. Yeah, the funny moments of the week. Just waiting for something funny. Rankin and Cameron. Charlie Cameron having the Adelaide Crows grand final Guernsey on his wall. Bit different. I don't know if you'd want to even have it, but that's all right. And he's got the runner-up medal. Oh, God. Now I've got the hiccups and need water. Oh. Cripes. How good Sonny Walters, by the way, guys. Gee, he's right up there. He's had a fantastic few years. Double header tomorrow night. A couple of big games coming up. How long does this episode go for? We've got Shane Warne. All right, once 360 finishes up, guys, I'll answer any more questions and wrap it up. But we've got Shane Warne on for probably 5 minutes or 3 hours. Who knows? See how long Shane wants to talk for. Let's go through some comments. Apex, no grand final, sadly. Yeah, I want to go to one, but don't think I'll be going one for a little while. Have you been to any? Yeah, I7 was flawless. Darcy, that was a very, very good game. But yeah, have a Google. Apex, have a bit of a Google. There's this site called AFL Stats Table, and you can do like searches of players and like on Google, and then like AFL Stats Table, and sort of like check their stats. I think Peter McKenna had the record for most consecutive goals in weeks. I think he kicked goals like 70 to 100 games in a row. And then I think Bob Pratt, that's going back to the 30s. He kicked close to 150, or he got 150. And I'm trying to think of that Hawthorn player. You got so close to getting that in a 1971 grand final. He had a chance to beat the record, and he missed some sitters. So yeah, no good. Welcome back to Nush. Did you have some dinner? Oh, cricket. Oh, time to gee whiz. Yeah, it's not a big cricket guy, to be honest, guys. Yeah, no, I love cricket. I love when 360 talks about other sports I couldn't give a stuff about. That's okay. Yeah. You all good, Tanush? Thanks, mate. It's my first time ever. I'm pretty sure you needed 1,000 subs to stream live, so I'm glad you're enjoying the content, and I am enjoying everyone's questions that are popping through. If you got any other little AFL questions or queries, predictions, chuck them down in the comments. I'm happy to answer. And I'm just watching Robbo just spray some cologne in his eyes. Actually, I sprayed him in the eyes. That's great. Robbo's a madman. Oh, God, I'm dead. That is crazy. Jeez. Robbo's a madman, guys. On grand finals, Apex. Jeez. Yeah, that's no good. Well done on getting to that many grand finals. Good question, Slicker. I I'll just see how we go against the Tigers. But to save myself sitting on the fence here, I'm probably leaning towards. I'll go the Eagles. I'm a little bit more scared of them. The Tigers, probably not far off though. Very close. Hello, Charlie. Yeah, damn Corona, Apex. Damn Corona. It's just ruining the entire universe. You enjoyed watching me on the stream, Charlie? Yeah, good stuff, Warnie. Yep. Loves the Pies. He actually loves the Saints, but that's okay. Langs, can you please come back? Langs, where are you? I need you right now. Charlie, yes, I am. I am very scared. It's gonna be crazy. I think the Dogs got us last year. Actually, if you guys want to see a story from last year, gosh, this is a story. I've got a vlog which you can watch. It's pretty hectic. Where myself and a few mates went to see Adelaide and Port Adelaide, the showdown last year, and it was a terrible game in the second half, so it was no good. But what we did there was pretty much, the game wasn't great. So we're like, all right, cool. Rush back to the hotel. Catch should be a good game. We should get the win against the Dogs. And I think it was after a bye or some garbage, and then we lost. And I was like, oh, well, at least we got a good game at Adelaide Oval. At least we got a win. So I was pretty salty. I wasn't a happy man, sadly, but all right. 360's wrapping up. Anyone else? I reckon we will smash come finals time. Hope so, Slicker. Hope so. It's gonna be pretty tough. Yeah, we'll wait and see on that. I think we're more balanced this year than probably any other year going into finals. So, yeah, I think the second tier, you sort of got Menegol, Guthrie, and these guys sort of coming through, playing really good footy. That's going to ultimately probably separate us a bit. We know what Selwood, Dangerfield, Ablett, and Hawkins can do, but it's about what these other guys can do. Ultimately, it's going to be what we do in the midfield and the pressure we put on the opposition that will help determine us where we sort of sit. We know in finals it's often been pressure that's sort of got the Cats unstuck, sadly. Yeah, so that's okay. That's all right. Yeah. Oh, Charlie, I'm shaking in my boots, to be honest. All those scary players. You know, you got Bontempelli in there. You got Smith, who's becoming a star, and you've got Liberatore, who's got some interesting tattoos, to say the least. He's it's pretty hectic. What he's got, the Simpsons, and it's all weirdly done. It looks a bit dodgy, but that's okay. Apex, thanks, mate. Yeah, I'd love to go one. I was tempted to go to the 2011 one, but I left it a bit late. Yeah, I need to sort myself out there. Yeah, so guys, I'm going to hop off very shortly, probably in the next couple of minutes. So if you've got any more AFL questions, chuck them on through. Otherwise, I might sign out and end the stream and, yes, figure out the rest of the evening and see what that sort of looks like. You definitely look scared. Yes, Charlie, you. Well, 360 was good. I mean, I was answering questions most of the time, but that's okay. It was good fun. Good to get some questions in there. Thanks, Darcy. Appreciate it, mate. When did you discover me, by the way? I'm interested. And how did you discover me? That's another good question. Favorite all-time grand final? 2006 grand final comes to mind, Charlie. So I love West Coast back in the day. Their dynamic midfield, you got Cox, Cousins, Judd, and Kerr, and yeah, to be decided by 1 point, and just sort of the history, I suppose, going back quite some time. They obviously had so many close games. It was like at one stage going from like 05 to 07 in between the seasons and final series, it was 4 points, 2 points, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 12 points, and then it was 10 goal win after that. But that just showed, the rivalry over the sort of 05 to 07. It was just a crazy rivalry. It was always a close game, and one team would get out to a good lead, and then one team would inevitably come back. So, 2006 had it all, and then Daniel Chick, smother and Shepherd, and Tatum Hunter's goal was awesome. And it was goal for goal. O'Keefe, Malcheski goals late was really good, and I was glad the Eagles won one at the time. Thanks, Apex. Really appreciate it. Nice. I must be doing some good things then. Yeah, that's good. 2010 Collingwood Saints was one of the best in my books because I'm a Pies fan. The draw and grand final, the replay, Apex. It's going to be very interesting. If I missed any questions, guys, I sincerely apologise. If I missed your question by any chance, just chuck it in again. I'm not occupied right at this very second. But yeah. 2010 was a belter. Stephen Milne, the Stephen Milne bounce. Oh, brutal. West Coast and Collingwood. Actually, that's a good one, Charlie. Yeah, I'd say that's probably second right up there. If I'm excluding Cats out of the grand finals, that one definitely right up there. To kick a goal to win the game nearly before the siren, it was bloody crazy. When's your bedtime, Charlie? Bedtime's going out the window because there's no school to get ready for. 2010 drawn or replay, Apex? I'd imagine you'd probably enjoy the replay probably a bit more, but interesting to know. Oh, I've got old Jared and Robbo. Nice, mate. That's good. Nothing too crazy. All right. Last chance for questions, guys. I'm going to jump off in a sec. So if you've got any final questions, AFL stuff, they're both pretty good. Yeah, fair. I loved it when Gilbert kicked a goal and Bruce just went absolutely mental. He's just like, Gilbert, he's got it. And then the Saints were just coming home in a flurry. It was pretty mad. I don't think Megs would have liked that one very much, Charlie, that grand final. Probably the replay as well would not have been good. Guys, if you got any more AFL questions, thanks, Shannon. Who would win out of West Coast and Richmond tomorrow? I've tipped the Eagles. If it was over at Optus, it'd be a bit more clear cut, but I like the Eagles. Favorite Cats highlight? Yeah, I think West Coast they seem to tick more of those premiership fancy boxes, and I suppose if they get their kick mark game going and dominance out of the midfield, and I think they've got a bit more of a stronger midfield, that will hold them in really good stead. And their forwards are pretty sort of hard to contain. And when they played the MCG last year, where the Tigers are very hard to beat, they only lost by a goal. And that was just from a few crazy mistakes from Richmond's pressure. So West Coast but I'm very excited, like you guys should all be as well. Darcy, my favourite Cats highlight would... Now, that's a good question. Yeah, guys, tell you what, thanks for joining in. These have been fantastic questions. And favourite moment this year, welcome, Luke. Have you done a comment? I'm not sure if I've seen your name. Maybe I'll do a Control F. Well, if you haven't commented already, welcome, Luke. Hope you're well this evening. Welcome back to Nush as well. Oscar, I see OXY and I go Oscar instead of Charlie, so that's my bad. Sorry, I'll go to Darcy first. Favorite Cats highlight? I can give you two that I really love. If you want to YouTube the one where we were playing Melbourne in 2011, we won by 186 points. We went from one end of the ground to the other. It was absolutely mental. I think David Wojcinski sort of finished off with a goal or something like that. I'm trying to think. Oh, no, Johnson finished off with a goal. It was just like handballs galore. Like Enright and Bartel kept it in the back pocket and they just ran it out. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. And my other one, guys, Geelong Cats Pies prelim final in 2007. Joel Corey smother. I'm just going to search. Why don't I just do it myself? I can just chuck this in. So if I go Joel Corey smother. Okay, I've just chucked in Joel Corey's highlight there from 07 and Geelong team goal against Melbourne 2011. Not bad. I can't find it. That is the video for the most goals ever in a game. So, yeah, I can't remember it. I know it's in the second half somewhere. Favourite moment this year? Probably Robbie Gray's goal is right up there. I was watching it live. I didn't see the Nunes one live, so that was arguably a better kick. But yeah, that was right up there for mine. Yes. Did you have something there, Shannon? I'm not sure. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll wrap it up in a sec. I've probably said that 50 times, but any final questions before I shoot off, guys? Oh, how was my day? My day was good. I worked and then I cooked up some dinner and yeah, I'm trying to think how it all. Yeah, cooked some dinner and then got ready for 360, did a YouTube video, and now probably, yeah, I'll just kick back and maybe work on some other projects and chill out for the rest of the night. My favourite game for the year. Gosh, you guys are testing my memory tonight. AFL stats table. I'm going to use the AFL stats table. Guys, I'm going to chuck this link in here as well. Yeah, and for tea, I had something. I would have had I had some chicken tenders and some sweet potato chips and some veggies, so it was good. What did you have for tea, Charlie? I'm just going to chuck a link in there, guys. So that's actually really cool. I was mentioning earlier to Apex about some really, going back quite a while with some players that obviously from yesteryear, going back into the 70s and the 30s. That there you can see all the AFL match scores, all the AFL records. You can search players and all sorts of cool stuff. So, so that's some really cool stuff. My favourite game this year. That's right. I was just getting there. That was a bit of a segue. It's gonna be tough. Yes, let's see. Really, yeah, you're making me think, guys. This is really good. There's nothing clear cut. Geelong and Carlton, where Geelong beat us when Carlton beat us by 2 points. No, not that one. I'm just going through all the results this year, guys. So just bear with me, and something might jump out at me. GWS and Collingwood was right up there for mine at the time. That's when the Giants won by 2 points. That was a really good game. So yeah, that's right up there. My favourite player, Mr. Hulk. Welcome, mate. Favourite player. If you're talking about Geelong, it's Mitch Duncan. Favourite player in the AFL, Scott Lucas. That's going back a few years, but no, Scotty Lucas. Ooh, favourite player in the game. Jeez. I need to rehearse these a bit better, guys, to be honest. You're doing well, asking some really good questions. I'm just going through the list now to see who my favourite would be. Yeah, tough. Josh Kelly's right up there in terms of favourite player. I feel like there's going to be someone from the Dockers I'd be a fan of. Robbie Gray's right up there as well for sort of favourite players. Yeah, I need to do some digging on that one to see who it would be. I'm a big fan of Fife. He's a great player and he's really good to watch. Yeah. Yeah, no one outstanding jumping out. Luke, Shorty is good. Shorty's good. He chucked a video up earlier just about the AFL Unlimited podcast, which myself and the guys have been sort of involved with, sort of through the, I suppose, inspired from quarantine. And yeah, just pretty much putting out some content to the interwebs. And that's been really good. The guys will love a bit of a kick of the footy together, watch games of footy together when we can. It's a bit tougher at the minute, but that's okay. And yeah, there's plenty of banter on it. We discuss obviously the tips and yeah, so look at the games during the week and all the big talking points, and there's plenty of banter on it, so it's good fun. So that's AFL Unlimited. So you can find us on like Twitter, Facebook. I think we're on Spotify as well, and Anchor, if you've ever heard of that. So yeah, that's good fun, and we do podcasts each week if you guys are keen on some more content there as well. Yeah, veggies and carrots, good stuff, Charlie. And yeah, sorry, Luke. Shorty's doing well. Just trying to think. I feel like we had a kick of the footy recently. It's been too long, I think. Yeah, we played some table tennis last night, which is good, and yeah, good fun. Okay, Ash, welcome, mate. Do you sometimes just imagine you were in 2011 again watching the Cats? Bloody miss Channel 10. Oh, I miss Channel 10 heaps, mate. It was the bee's knees back in the day. Love the way they went about it. Love Chriso on the call. He's a better commentator than he is a match review officer, that's for sure. I love the fifth quarter. That was great as well to watch. And yeah, the commentary team quarters I'm a big fan of. And Hutto. Oh, Hutto's if you guys want to know my most favourite commentator of all time, it's definitely Hutto. Favourite defender. G'day, Jared. I had this one a bit early on, and I think I sort of went along the lines of Robbie Tarrant. And yeah, don't mind Harry Taylor as well. He's good. Obviously, a bit of a Cats fan. My favourite Fox Footy show, The Bounce. Oh, Apex. That's good. You might have seen, if you haven't already, seen Jason Dunstall go crazy. I've got a video up of Jason Dunstall giving Georgiadis a bit of a spray, and yeah, it was absolutely sensational. So it's a little bit crummy quality, like in terms of the speed of it, but yeah, it's pretty good to watch. So he just goes absolutely berserk. Why did you start supporting the Cats, Slicker? It was kind of my nan and my best mate in grade 6 sort of got me, I suppose, like keep pushing me to watch the footy and whatnot. And yeah, it's probably just sort of some peers around sort of that age bracket when I was sort of starting to get in the game. So I started to get into the game around sort of 2005, 2006 sort of era. And yeah, it was a good era, even though the Swans flooded in 2005 and that's all I did, but that's okay. And I remember one of my first games watching on was Geelong and Sydney in the semi-final, and yeah, it was devastating because I didn't know much about footy back then, but I thought, 23 up in the last quarter, we can't possibly lose from here. And then Nick Davis just kicks 4 goals in the last quarter, and Sydney only kicked 3 for the entire game leading up to that. So I was devastated there, and that's why Sydney's my most hated club. If you guys want to know my most hated club, I was pretty sad. Yeah, so yeah, it was a little bit of that, pretty much. 2006 Snap Cup Grand Final though, redemption. I reckon there's a video up on YouTube with the 2006 Snap Cup Grand Final. I've just randomly made that relevant out of nowhere. The full game might be up there. It is up there. Yep. Credit to Tysio100 for the footage. Okay, thank you. Cool. Excellent. Yeah, that was a ripper game. I was like we actually won a flag then. Funniest person on bounce. Moons and Dunstall. Hard to go past Dunstall. I do like a bit of sarcasm and whatnot. Yeah, so love Dunstall there, Luke. Get around the fifth quarter. Generally, back to you, Ash. Generally reckon an idea would be the public being able to vote for who commentates the granny. Think BT will get the flick and get Hutto in. We need Dennis Cometti, Ash, I reckon. Dennis Cometti and Hutto would make my life, honestly. They are two of the absolute all-time greats. Yeah, thanks, Charlie. Yeah, Nan got me all over it, mate. So, yeah, my Nan and, one of my best friends in grade 6 at the time sort of got me into it. Favourite footy show? Sorry if I missed that one or if I saw it twice. Yeah, I'm about to wind it up too, Charlie, because it's nearly time for me to go to bed. Oh, not quite, but favourite footy show? I like AFL360, so I don't watch it all the time or every single night, but definitely on the Monday, I don't mind having a bit of a Mondays to generally try and get around it. And sometimes Wednesday, it just depends on what's going on, if there's a footy frenzy or not. What do you like watching, Luke? Actually, I love the front bar as well. That is so hilarious. Every week, I wet myself. It's that funny. I love it. When do I go to bed? I start work at 10. So I'll try and go to bed around just around midnight or just beforehand. So it all depends on the evening, but I tend to not go to bed too much later than that on the weekends either. But once you're working 5 days a week for 40 hours a week, you have to be pretty strong on the sleep schedule. Otherwise, you get a bit out of whack and get tired and whatnot. I've been reading a book about sleep because I like sleep and it's interesting. G'day, Tubsitis. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I'm hearing that a bit. Yeah, I've seen in the comments that Spud sort of sorely missed and tragedy with sort of what's happened with that, and miss Spud dearly. He was really funny. I think I saw Hawkins versus Kennedy. Now that Apex, Hawkins or Kennedy. Probably Tom Hawkins right now. Over the course of their career, maybe Josh Kennedy, but Tom Hawkins right now. I mean, Hawkins has been really good over the last sort of 7 or so years. And, he's been sensational. But what I like about Hawk is he doesn't just, kick goals. He brings his teammates into games. He's really good in the ruck contest. He gets other players involved. And he loves to give off a goal as much as he likes kicking one. I remember in 2012, he was like just about to win the Coleman medal, and I think he gave one off in the last round of the year. So that was interesting. And that was crazy. And obviously Jordan Clark last year got his first goal. I might take a quick sip as well, just so I can get my voice back. But Jordan Clark got his first goal, so he gave him like a handball. Hawkins could have kicked a goal, but he's a very selfless player, and Kennedy's a dead-eye dick in front of goal. So and Kennedy's more likely to kick a bag because the Eagles really look for him, and he's a dead eye. Yeah, he's a dead eye in front of the sticks. Oh God, that water's good. Nina Bailey, what's on now? Go speed round. What is this? Oh, Nicky Dell and Jason Dunstall. I've just put that on delay. Shannon, to answer your question there, I think Tom Hawkins. I'd like to see Tom win it this year. He deserves one. He's been very unselfish, and I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look right now. I think he's kicked over 600 goals. 573 goals. So he's nearly at 600 without a Coleman. I think it's a bit stiff, but he's had to contend with Jack Rewalt and Kennedy and Franklin. Franklin's not hard to beat when he's fit and firing, that's for sure. Ash, do you still get nightmares from the second half of the 2019 prelim being 21 points up? All right. See you later, Charlie. Have a good night, mate. Have a good sleep. Say good day to Jen and Oscar for me, and wish them my love. How many goals has Kennedy kicked? Sorry, I'm getting you a question in a moment. Oh, I feel like it's in the 600s. Check. Swap from the Blues. Kennedy is currently sitting at 639 goals. And he's won at least two, I believe, at least two Colemans. So he's had some outstanding years there for sure. So that answers your one, Shannon. Back to yours, Ash. Do you still get nightmares? I honestly think I have had some nightmares about it. Funnily enough, it's been pretty crazy. Yeah, or I get a lot of dreams about sort of the grand final coming up for the year as well. Like I think I had Hawthorn and Melbourne in my dream, and they were somehow in the grand final, and then it was like this situation where the Dogs were in there as well. It was so weird. Dreams are a bit cooked at the best of times, but yeah, I do. I really do. I'd like to think if Tom Hawkins and Mitch Duncan played, I genuinely think we could have potentially gotten over the Tigers. We would have had a better ball user. We would have Blitzars wouldn't have had to play on the wing without Duncan being there. So Blitz plays on Lynch and probably keeps him hopefully to 2 or 3, not 5 goals. Then Hawkins would be a much more pivotal target rather than Lockie Henderson as your full forward. And Hawkins brings other guys in the game, goal assists. And I'd like to think the margin would have been 40-ish at halftime, especially when we're talking about, we missed a few chances as well. I think Selwood missed one and Tui missed one as well. Really critical misses. And yeah, it makes me sad. Because I think if we got in the grand final, the Giants, I think they were cooked. And with the Tigers winning by so much, I would happily say that we would have won by about 5 or 6 goals on grand final day because the Giants they just held on grimly against the Pies. Would have loved the Pies to be in the grand final, to be honest. Luke, how did Shorty get into Supercoach? Shorty. I don't know the answer to that, but I'll have to ask him. Yeah, I'd imagine you obviously be subscribed to him. I'll have to ask him, mate, when I do another live stream. Ask me again and I'll check. But obviously, he just loves the game. He buys the prospectus pretty much every year and he loves it. He loves doing the research over the summer. And as you can see, he does a stack of videos sort of in that October period, November period. And yeah, obviously a lot of player profiles and whatnot. I think, yeah, just the fact that it's footy gamified probably is how he got into it. And I suppose another social thing with mates. That would be my guess, but happy to ask further, that's for sure. Which coach do you find the most irritating? Good question, Slicker. I'll have to think about that one for a sec, but welcome, Anuj. Hopefully, sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Feel free to type out how do I pronounce it if I got it incorrectly. But I go for the Geelong Cats. Who do you go for? Most irritating coach. All right, now I've got to go through all the clubs again. Oh, yeah. Let me check. Perfect. I had speech therapy in grade 3, so I'm glad that's paying off at long last. Yeah, I'm just going through the list of clubs and just seeing. Oh, welcome, mate. Oh, have you been on my channel before? Have you seen me before in any other videos? Yeah, this is a tough one on the coach side. Very tough. I'm gonna have to go Damien Hardwick for my most irritating coach, probably because he whinges a bit. Good on him for his success and 2 premierships, that's for sure. But yeah, he whinges a bit and he gets personal at times. And to be honest, a lot of the other clubs I'm pretty fine with. Like they're okay, that's fine. A lot of others don't really annoy me too much. They're all pretty benign. I kind of like hearing Clarko at his press conferences and he gets salty. So, and probably at the moment when they're not going too well, I'm happy to concede the Hawks. Yeah, Brad Scott he didn't mind a whinge. Chris Scott doesn't mind one either. So you can tell I'm not biased there. Going my own coach, but Chris is generally pretty good. He's had a good side to go with. Back to you, Ash. So I hope that answered your question there before on Shorty Supercoach, Luke. But I'm happy to inquire further to give you some more information and more finite details. Genuinely had a dream that Stanley didn't get a hole in the ball from Cochin within the first 5 seconds, and we went forward and not them. Yeah, I mean, footy, as we know, and finals is all about big moments, and that was a big moment. And I'm pretty sure they went straight down and kick a goal. And honestly, it's probably one of the most gut-wrenching. Well, it's probably the second most gut-wrenching prelim I've watched the Cats play. It's the top 3. The Pies in 2010 was a really, really tough to watch. Like, watching that game and the way they started, they kicked the first, I'm pretty sure, 7 goals of the game, and I was just in genuine shock. I was like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. They were crazy, piling on goals, and Ben Johnson kicked the goal and the crowd goes nuts. If you guys like crowds going nuts, which I know Mr. Shorty Supercoach does, I'm just going to try and find Ben Johnson's goal against the against the Cats. Ben Johnson's goal, 2010 prelim. All right, here we go. I found it. So yeah, that's feel free to click through that one if you want to see Ben Johnson's goal, and the crowd just roars like an absolute mad machine. So yeah, and obviously that 2013 prelim was devastating as well, because obviously we won, we got into grand finals and won flags every second year, and then 2013 sort of ultimately knocked us out. And I was at a footy function, which really sucked. So the game was kind of on in the background, but there was kind of awards coming out, and it was a bit annoying. And then to see the end of it was just it hurt me so much. It hurt me probably more than the 08 grand final, because I probably had more of an appreciation as I got older. 08 I got over pretty quickly, I felt, at the time. I was a bit younger. I thought I will be back, and well, we were. It was a bit of I don't know. I just had supreme confidence we'd come back. But 2013, I felt that may have been our last chance, which is probably why it hurt me more. So, yeah. Guys, thanks heaps, everyone, for your comments. I've enjoyed the reception here. And, these questions have been exceptional. So, no, loving them. You're making me think big time, because half the time I'm like, I just have to sort of search through an answer. Let me see the next one. Favorite coach. That's a good question as well. I will say it's not Chris Scott, but he's right up there. No offense, Chris. Hopefully Chris isn't watching on. Moving. Well, it's not Damien Hardwick. He's not my favorite coach. I'm just going through the list here, guys, so just bear with me. Yeah, I like a lot of coaches. Like we've got their little idiosyncrasies going. I had one in my mind, but I just can't think of who it was, and I've got all the clubs here. There's no buys. Yeah. There's a lot of coaches I'm a big fan of. Probably Ken Hinkley, especially early on in Port Adelaide's tenure. Early on in the tenure with Port Adelaide for Ken, like he just started playing really exciting football, like if you want to see Port Adelaide at their best this decade, there's this really good video about what could have been if Port Adelaide actually beat the Hawks in that prelim final in 2014. And if you want to know, 2014 prelims one of my most favorite prelims of all time. So, guys, I'm going to chuck that in the comments for you as well. I'm just going to chuck a whole bunch of links, and hope you enjoy the videos I'm sending through. Yeah, if you can get a chance to watch this, if you guys have the AFL app on your phone and you're with Telstra, or if I don't know if KO will allow it, but this game was one of the best. I think it's only Port Adelaide highlights. Yeah. Anyway, YouTube 2014 prelim final between Hawthorn and Port Adelaide. And if you got the Telstra app on your phone, if you're with Telstra and have the AFL app and recharge each month, I believe they give you a subscription. So watch that game in full. It's an absolute beauty. So Ken Hinkley's my favourite. Also, like Brett Ratton's been really good, and he's just chilled out. I like the way he goes about it. And then Leon Cameron just gets a lot of criticism, Mr. Leon. He always just says clearly we weren't up for it tonight, and clearly we need to improve, which is pretty clear. I saw that on bounce, I'm pretty sure, where Jason Dunstall just highlighted people that pretty much, just could go nuts. I'm glad you go for the Cats, Anuj. Sorry if I didn't already acknowledge that comment. Nah, Ash, don't apologise at all, mate. I love the questions. They're really good. Ash's question, do you consider Selwood's career a success? Obviously, 3 flags in the first 5 years and a bunch of individual awards from 2011 to 2019. But since then, 4 losing prelims feels like it wouldn't sit right. Yeah, definitely a success. Whenever you win a premiership, you can just think of a player like Matt Spanger. I mean, it's kind of like Gary Ablett Senior. Would his career be considered a success? It kind of was, but he also lost. So he was in 89. I'm just saying if the Cats are in any others. 89, 92, 94, 95. So he would have lost 3 or 4 grand finals. Yeah, and like you've got players like Matt Spanger and Mark Blake that have won a premiership that are like nowhere near Gary Ablett Senior's level, but you almost get like that team success is ultimate to, I suppose, a successful career. Not to say that you can't, be successful without a flag, but I think Dangerfield could be a good question on that one as to whether if his career is a success if he doesn't win one. So, but yeah, definitely Joel's career is a success. If you think of like the Fab Four for Brisbane, like Black, Lappin, Voss, and Ackermanis, a lot of these players obviously played in they played in some tough times early and had some really good times in the middle, but then towards the end probably wasn't as great. They obviously went out in the 2004 final against Port Adelaide, and then sort of went a bit sour after that. So, and Jonathan Brown's another example there. A lot of success very early in his career, like 3 flags pretty much straight up, and then nothing after that. So, and his career was still successful, obviously. So, but yeah, Joel would want another flag for sure, and I'm sure Dangerfield would also want a flag next to his name, definitely. Yeah, Apex. I'm still alive. Yeah, I only anticipated being on for now, but people have lots of questions, and it's good. When Mark Thompson left Geelong, were you sad? I was very sad when Gary Ablett and Mark Thompson left at once. So it was like 2 absolute superstars, which were a big reason as to why we were sort of playing some amazing football at Geelong. Ultimately, I think it probably helped Geelong winning another premiership with getting a new voice in. And I think Bond was sort of burnt out. You could sort of tell he's getting very tired towards the end. And yeah, obviously it's been well documented what he's sort of had to deal with over the years and whatnot. So yeah, I was sad, Luke. And I wish he did coach Geelong at some stage again. That'd be a bit of a throwback. I loved, guys. If you like Mark Thompson, The Bomber Diaries. He used to do that on 360, and gosh, I used to love doing that. Like the Brad Ottens one would come on and be like, "You people want to assassinate him. You people, all of you. It's just absolutely gold." I was very sad, Luke. Yep. Matthew Nix. Yeah, I mean, he's had a very tough introduction to the AFL, and I hope he gets a win. And he knew he had a massive assignment coming on, and hopefully they can sort of stick to the process, play to the kids, and I'd love for them to get a win. I think they will get one just before the end of the season. They've got the Hawks coming up, so hopefully, yeah, they can arrest a win there. Post McGoat. Yeah, well, yeah, no good for Bomber. Who's a better coach, Hardwick or Chris Scott? Right now or over the course, if you're talking their entire tenure? I do not have any children. No. Oh, I'm good for the minute. Thanks for all your emoticons as well, Charlie. Okay, Oxy. Hi. That's a really good question. Over the whole course, I'm going to go Scotty. Over the last 5 or 6 years, definitely Damien Hard, because he's got the runs on the board and he's got 2 flags, and he nearly had 3. Had Collingwood not, had Mason Cox not dominated him in the final. But yeah, Hardwick definitely over the last sort of for 3 or 4 years. But I would say Scotty over the entire bit. Scotty's got very close a lot of times, and he has made probably some mistakes in some finals with regards to selections and playing players in certain positions, but it's also pretty impressive to be up for that long as well. And not many. Whilst I'm frustrated at times that we don't have another flag next to our names, also feel for the other clubs that probably haven't been in finals for years or haven't won a flag since the 60s, like Melbourne and St Kilda. So forever blessed that 3 flags in 5 years. But yeah, when you're up there, you want to make the most of your opportunities as well. Adam Simpson or Leon Cameron? Definitely right now, Simpson. Over the course, probably Simpson just, yeah. Cameron's done really well, though. To make a grand finals is quite impressive. Obviously went down quite significantly. I think the Giants are the only team to win a final 4 years in a row. And we got Adam Simpson, who's obviously, he's got the runs on the board and sort of rebuilt West Coast a little bit, and got the Weagles web going and all sorts of stuff. So, yeah. All right, Charlie, get to bed, mate. Sleep well. Find it a bit weird. Yeah, so I'd go Adam Simpson on that basis. Yeah, and he's got some stars, and he's hard to coach against. So I'd have to go Adam Simpson. Find it a bit weird when Richmond supporters brag about success. 2 flags in 42 years isn't the best ratio. Bye, mate. Yeah. Yeah, definitely over the last 3 or 4 years have been the benchmark, that's for sure. They've been, very tough to beat. Their MCG record speaks for itself. Might impinge them a little bit here, but we'll see. But yeah, they can brag a bit now. A lot more bandwagoners though, but that's okay. Love the way they go about it. Shannon, Langs, can you please come back to the chat? Langs, I miss you. Come back. Langs is on the podcast as well, guys. I might check the podcast in here actually, just make it a bit easier. I'll get to those questions in just a tick. This has been really fun, guys. I've enjoyed answering these questions, and hope you enjoyed watching a bit of 360 and listening to me just talk trash in the background. So if you guys haven't seen the podcast before, I've just chucked it in there. I was obviously just mentioning Langs, and that was a really elite segue to mention him. Langs is in the podcast. Shorty Supercoach is in the podcast as well, and we got Chuka as well. So yeah, he chimes in very nicely as well. How much premierships have West Coast Eagles won? Off the top of my head, I'll probably Google it, but they have won. They won it in 92, 94, 2006, 2018. I'll go with 4. I reckon 4 sounds about right. And if you do the numbers, they win a premiership every 12 years. 1992 and from 1994 to 2006 to 2018. So if you plus 12 in between those years, the Eagles will win the next one in 2030. They could win it this year, though. Thanks, Luke. I appreciate the feedback, mate. The podcast is really good fun, and I enjoy doing it. So gives us a good chance to, I like getting stuck in the reviews, and Tysio's Tyro gets a bit of a run as well. To answer your question there, Shannon, Eagles have won 4. Thanks, Slicker, for answering that one. 92 and 94. Sadly, they beat the Cats both years. They smashed us in the second time around. I think it was 80 points, and it was like sort of 4 or 5 goals the first time around. So not much luck for Geelong there. And then I think the Eagles played in the 91 grand final, but Hawthorn beat them. That one was weirdly enough at Waverley Park for some reason. First time, not a bad place to have a grand final, pretty much at their home ground, but it's fine. I think the G was just unavailable for whatever reason. Probably construction or some other sport came up. Luke, how will North do for the rest of the year? I don't think very well because they need to realise they're rebuilding. I don't know why they didn't get rid of Sean Higgins and Goldstein last year. I would have loved Goldstein at the Cats. Gosh, that Goldstein at the Cats would be amazing. I think Higgins was even talking to the Cats as well, or it was thrown up there, and I would have loved those 2 guys at the club. But if they understand where they're at and the, I suppose, realisation of needing to go through a rebuild, they'll probably not go very well for the rest of the year. But they need to just understand where they're actually at and get the kids playing. And the clubs don't like to announce it, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. They're financially okay, so hopefully they you don't want to top up like they have and be in no man's land. That's the worst place to be. So kind of like what Hawthorn have done this year as well, where they've sort of topped up a bit over the last couple of years and realised they're not really that good. And I thought Hawthorn were going to make the 8 this year because they had, the Tom Mitchell coming back into the side, and they had Patton coming in. I think Chad Wingard and all these sorts of guys. So it's been tough. But another one, Ash. Hope everyone in Victoria is doing all right. Sad to see what you guys are going through, especially Cat supporters. Yeah, it's been challenging. It sort of helped me realise what's important as well and readjust the sort of schedule, I suppose, day to day, and help me be a bit more focused on projects. And it's been good there's footy on second time around for the second wave of COVID. But it will be great when it's all over, all the world's a bit normal. Love it, Luke. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm going to answer 3 more, and then I'm going to sign out for the night. So the first 3 that come in after Ash's comment now, I'm going to answer those 3, and then I'm going to sign out for the night. So if you've got a question, AFL question, chuck it down right now, and I'll do 3 more and then sign out. So Ash, I know you're not the biggest fan of Asava, and he annoys me as well with his inconsistency and somewhat lack of skill, but generally think he'll snap a bloke in half one day with his strength and size. Sorry if it was you or someone else that posted about Radicalia in the chat earlier. I've had a look at his numbers, 9 games to 3 goals as a forward. I wasn't too stoked seeing those numbers. 3 goals, 4 from a key forward. I understand he's going to take time, but we got Jenkins in. He's 30 and he's probably not going to play next year. So I think you can play Radicalia all you like in 2021. But I think when Geelong are trying to win a flag now, I think either Jenkins or neither into the team, to be honest. I'd rather be a bit more mobile and apply more pressure in the forward 50 and have Hawk sort of isolated one out where possible. Yeah. So, all right. I've got the 3 questions in, guys. So I'll answering these final 3 from Luke and Shannon, and then I'll be out. So feel free to leave any feedback in the comments, guys, for if you think I should keep doing these live streams. Hopefully I can get this involved with like some games and whatnot and get a few other people involved as well. And yeah, let me know what you thought of it, any improvements, what the audio was like. I've got the handy dandy mic, so we'll see how we go. Luke, another one. How will Gold Coast do for the rest of the year? Gold Coast. They haven't won many games lately. They've obviously had that draw against the Bombers. Probably should have won. King obviously missed. And Rankin, just missed time the kick. So I think they might get a couple of wins going into the end of it, though. I think they've got a reasonable draw coming up. I need a live draw. I probably should just bring them up, but yeah, whatever happens though, they've improved and they're not getting blown out of the park like they did sort of last year when it got to later in the season. But similar pattern, but hopefully going forward they'll be a little bit more cut out for sort of they're doing the right things, and Matt Rao back next year will be really good for them and whatnot. So yes, Gold Coast might win a few games. That's what I reckon. West Coast have won 1992, 94, 2006, 2018. That's 4 premierships. Yep, nicely done, Shannon. All right, I thought that was a question. So, but he validated what I was sort of mentioning earlier. Shannon and Na Bunana. Final questions. How will West Coast Eagles do for the rest of the year? Well, if they are playing finals at home, they will make the grand final. And if I'd like to think Asava Radagale gave away 2 or 3 goals to the Eagles last time, and we lost by 9 points. So hopefully no Asava next time. I don't think McGovern played either, but yeah, and I'm pretty sure we had no Selwood and Ablett, but we'll see. West Coast should be going, see how they go over this period. I think they'll attack the hub a bit better this time around. That's just my general prediction, but yeah, they'll be going pretty deep into September, I suspect. Probably someone faces them on grand final day with the list they've got: Nick Nat, TK, Brad Shepherd, Andrew Gaffer, a few guys that haven't tasted success. So that's my question. Very final question, guys. Who do you reckon will come in for Geelong this week? Let me have a look. I think Selwood's a very good chance to come in. Pretty sure. I've got to move it over there a bit. Let me just check the fixture. Got the doggies. Yeah, Selwood's a really good chance. Obviously, Abbott's a little bit away with the quarantining hub rules. Yeah, so he's probably the main one. Harry Taylor might come back into the side as well. He's always a fair chance. Probably similar to, I suppose, whoever the outs were might come back in, and we might rest a few guys as well. But yeah, those are the 2 obvious ones that I can think of right off the back. Yeah, so alrighty. Thanks very much, guys, for joining in the live stream. First time going live, watching 360 and just answering AFL questions. I've really enjoyed it, and hope you guys have as well. I don't know if I need to tell you to subscribe or what, but tick the bell. So you can keep up to date with sort of any videos, and it probably tells you when I'm going live and stuff as well. So yeah. 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 Thanks, Post Malone. Post McGoat. Very nice. Yeah, that's a good wrap up of it anyway. But yeah, tick the bell, subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully we can get some more of these streams going. I've had great fun tonight answering all you guys' questions. I've been going nearly 2 hours. This is crazy. I was only expecting 1, but that's okay. Yeah, Luke, I'd love to, mate. I might not do it this Friday, but yeah, there's genuine possibilities too, and I'll see what I can whip up there. So, all right, guys, ticking over to 2 hours in just a sec. So, thanks again for hanging around for the stream, guys. Feel free to check out any other content I've got. Plenty of funny stuff and highlights. So, thanks again, guys. Take care. Have a good night. I'll see you next time.